Welcome to the Personalities in the Workplace podcast. We're introducing you to an easy-to-understand conversation about personality types. Navigating the different personalities in your business can be tedious. We believe that once you understand what drives and stresses those you work with, you can better interact and steer others towards productivity and success. Today, we're focusing on our sixth personality type, the ISFJ, who we call the Comforter. This episode is sponsored by Sage Garden Care Center. We specialize in team trainings, executive and manager coaching, and employee optimization workshops. You can learn more at sagegardencare.org.
Timogi, the empowerment specialist here, and you know who my guest is on this series.
Hi, it's Chuck Taylor. So glad to be here.
Yes, Chuck from Sage Garden Care Center is here again. We are discussing Myers-Briggs personality types, and today we are going to discuss the Comforter, the ISFJ.
I love the ISFJ. When I think of these guys, I think of nurses. I think of people that just want to come in. They're perfectly content and gracious to do the dirty work. They're perfectly content and gracious to come in and just help out in any way. There is no personality type more thoughtful, more caring, more engaging than this personality type. This is the one that you want on your team to help take care of those around you.
Wow. So I already hear what they bring to the table on a team. You used the oil analogy in the lawnmower before, and I'm just thinking they are like high quality premium oil
right.
to
Absolutely.
A team.
Yes.
Right. The parts of that engine never get stuck.
When you get around an ISFJ, you're going to know it because they're the people that, unbeknownst to you, are watching every little thing that you do, and they go, oh, here's Chuck's favorite drink. Here's the kind of food that he enjoys. They're the folks that'll show up out of the blue one day, and they'll give you a gift based on something that you said 6 months ago that you like and you enjoy, and they held on to it to get you just the right gift because they want to get you something that speaks to who you are.
Oh, wow. So, ladies, if you heard that, if you're single and you're and you're looking, you want to find an ISFJ out there somewhere who's paying close attention. Mm-hmm. I like this personality trait. It's not me, but
nor is it I.
So they are feelers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Absolutely. So introverted, sensors, feelers, judgers.
Very thoughtful. You have listed as one of their strengths.
Mm-hmm. So thoughtful, conscientious, helpful, detailed. So ISFJs stay in the moment. They're right here in the present. They're taking care of the issues. They're in front of them in the moment. That's the sensing side of their personality type. They also like what's traditional. They like safety and security. They enjoy having the known. If it worked in the past, it should work today. They don't like trying things that are new. They don't like stepping outside the box. They like staying in their comfort zone, but they very much enjoy and value other people. And so they do these one-on-one relationships well, because remember, they're introverted, right? So in these one-on-one relationships, they spend time talking to those people, finding out what people enjoy, and helping folks feel comfortable.
Well, when you said they live in the moment, I changed my mind, ladies. We don't want to date this guy. He's the one who says, baby, all we have is right now. Give me some sugar, right? We don't want to date him. I don't think we
you want a man with a plan.
Right? And then when he's in the moment across town with Jane, he's in the moment with her too. So I don't know if I want to date this ISFJ. I'll come back to you on the dating podcast. But as an employee, this sounds like someone you need on your team for sure. You don't want to run a team.
Yeah, as long as you've got people on your team, I would say an ISFJ can be a real asset for a couple of different reasons.
Okay.
One is they're just genuinely good with people, right? So this really is the golden retriever kind of personality. This is the person that you send into a room. They may be a great HR person to just say, how are you doing? How are you feeling? They just make people feel relaxed, make people feel comfortable. They care about the individuals right where they are. They also are very detail oriented. They like to get things right. They like to focus on doing things well. So you give them a project, you give them a task to be done, and they're conscientious about how it is that this is supposed to be accomplished, because they want to do the best for you. When they deliver a project back to their boss, they want their boss to be pleased and to be satisfied with the work that they've done.
That being said, it sounds like they need praise.
Absolutely. Yeah. This is one that's going to need a lot of praise on a pretty regular basis.
Which seems to be their oil, right? So they're bringing all this energy, these feelings, this sensing, the caring, all of that stuff. And in return, now, let me know that you appreciate it.
And there's a subtle conversation that needs to be had here, because an ISFJ will tell you every single day they don't do what they do for praise. Right? They want to be behind the scenes. They don't want to be in the spotlight. This is not the personality that you bring into the center of the factory and say, hey, listen, we just want to thank Jim for doing a great job this week. He's done excellent. He's not going to like that. He doesn't do what he does for praise. But he appreciates when people say thank you for what has been done. And so there's this balance here of knowing how to praise without putting him on the spot.
We want to take a brief moment here to tell you about Sage Garden Care Center and why we've made this podcast available to you. Every business can optimize productivity by educating their leaders, managers, and employees of their blind spots and pain points. We provide the knowledge and the tools to help you engage your employees to best contribute to the organization's success. We help you leverage their strengths so that you can trust they're helping your organization flourish. As an optimization coach, I help companies nationally and internationally unify their teams, effectively engage conflict, communicate well, and bolster their aptitude for success. Whether you work with a company, a church, an NGO or nonprofit, an education center, or anything else, we have trainings that will help your team. Learn more at sagegardencare.org and look for Chuck's coaching under the Services tab. Schedule your free consultation appointment today, and we will discuss a plan that fits your budget, your needs, and your goals. All right, let's jump back into our conversation.
That's good right there, Chuck. So what I'm hearing is you don't bring Jim to the center of the factory floor with your bullhorn and let everybody know what a good job he did. But what you do is you put something maybe in Jim's box, to let him know, whether it's a thank you card, his favorite Keurig coffee cups, I don't know. But you just give him something to let him know, I recognize what you did.
Absolutely.
And so that it doesn't go unnoticed.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But Jim is okay with just that senior level manager letting them know that I know what you did, Jim.
And if you ever find something in your box and you don't know who it came from, and it's very thoughtful, go start with the ISFJs. It's probably one of them.
This just happened to me the other day. I had a coworker pull me to the side somewhere and say, I found this in my box. Did you give it to me? I'm like, and it was candy. And I said, no, but is it chocolate? I'll help you eat it, right? But they thought I did it, which to me was kind of weird because I don't.
That doesn't fit you. That is not who you are.
Warm and fuzzy like that. I try. Okay, so now let's talk about some of the stressors of this personality.
So as you can imagine, a personality type that is very thoughtful, very caring, great with helping people feel comfortable and relaxed. Conflict is a big stressor. I would even say that probably more than any other personality type, this personality type is conflict averse. They don't like conflict, especially unnecessary conflict. They really want other people to get along, everybody get along.
Which is not real life.
No, unfortunately it's not.
So how do you, as a manager, help your ISFJ comforter handle the stressor called conflict?
Yeah. So I think, first of all, in for any personality type, but this is especially true for ISFJ, is to remember that conflict that other people bring to the table is probably rarely about you. Most conflict that other people bring to the table has to do with some other stressors that they have going on in their life. So if you personalize it, if you make it about you, then you've pulled yourself into a situation unnecessarily. Take time to find out what's really going on with a person before before you assume that they're mad at you, before they're upset with you. Okay? Just what's going on in your life, maybe in the personal life that have anything to do with work, and let's have these conversations and figure out what the stressors are. If you can stay in that place and be objective, right? This is what our T counterparts bring to us.
Okay.
The thinkers is what they do is help us be objective. If you can be objective, then you can use your natural skill set of engaging people and helping them feel comfortable to bring that person back to a place where they feel at ease.
Wow. Okay. So I noticed you have listed here excessive noise. Are we literally talking about noise like sounds hitting your eardrum?
Yes. So we're going to find this more. We're going to see this as we talk about these S personality types. Because remember, if you have an S in your code, you process things by your senses. So if you can see it, hear it, taste it, touch it, feel it, you get it. Remember, the second one is hear there. As you see, hear it. So a lot of noise is stressing your senses, which means that you have a hard time taking in information that you otherwise would because you have all this other noise going on. You want it, especially if you're an introvert and you're a sensor, you want things to be quieter so you can process well.
Yeah, but Chuck, everybody wants an employee who can multitask, right? So how do you balance that? I need you to multitask. So yes, we have this 8:00 meeting and I need this report in. Plus I need you to go and do that professional development. That's a noisy day right
Well,
there.
it can be. And an ISFJ would say, I can do it well. I just need to shut my door. Right, I need to block out all this extra noise of people walking up and down the hallway, having their conversations, having sideline talk or whatever. If you want me to focus and multitask, I can do it. I need to close the door. I need some peace and quiet.
Okay, multitask behind closed doors. Okay, well, I mean, whatever works, right? That's why
Leverage
we're
your
talking.
strengths. That's right.
That's right. That's why we're talking about these different personality styles. So, another stressor you have listed here, Chuck, for the comforter is unplanned changes.
Oh my goodness. Do not change plans on your ISFJ partners because they like to please. And when you give them a task, when you give them a goal, when you give them something they want to accomplish, they're going to put their full effort into that. That's what they're putting their agency of person to. And so when you come back and you say, oh, we're going to shift the plan now, we're going over here, they're going to feel highly disrespected that you're not considering all the work and effort they've been putting into going what you originally said you're going to do. So I would even say that if you know that you're going to have to make changes to what their plan is, give them as much notice as absolutely possible.
Okay. So, in closing, Chuck, I have this ISFJ on my team. Give me some areas to help them grow and become a better team member.
Okay, so first of all is leverage their strengths. They do well with people, so give them that one-on-one time where they can encourage and equip people. Think of your corporate counselor, the person that can help individuals. So give them some time where they can work with people one-on-one in the team area. Second of all is help them realize that conflict is rarely about them, okay? That they're usually doing a pretty good job. Third is help them understand not to be so sensitive and not to take things personally, especially when they're working with T counterparts, because they can interpret the way that people say something or maybe a harsh tone to mean that a person is disapproving of them. Whereas when we know, especially for our extroverted thinking type people, they can walk in the room and say, no, this is what we're going to do and this is how we're going to get it done. And if they don't take into account the feelings, the ISFJ can really say, oh, that person doesn't care about us or care about others, when it's just a difference in personality. It's not about them. So don't be so sensitive, might be the word that we'd use. We need a nicer way of saying that today.
So in closing, we need our ISFJs, don't take it personal. There was a whole song with that title, and they sang it, and I would sing, but I can't sing, Chuck. So we're going to have to let this one go right here. This is a good place to stop.
Let's end on a high note.
Yes, with me not singing.
All right, we'll come back to another one soon.
All right.
Thank you for listening to episode 11 of the Personalities in the Workplace podcast. Be sure to check out the show notes for links to the personality cards that we mentioned, more information on Timogi Jackson and me, Chuck Taylor, a link to take your own personality assessment online, and much more. Each episode, we are bringing you practical, tangible, and engaging conversations that will help you gain perspective on the people you work with. Join us for the next episode where we will discuss the believer, the ISFP personality type. Is there something you want to learn about regarding personalities? Send me an email to chuck@personalitiesintheworkplace.com.